All right. Now we are going to get to a point where, again, we're fast forwarding it. And at this point, Musashi's been accused of murder and he's been hung from a tree. And Takuan, yes. Takuan is sort of this kind of traveling priest, and he's sort of counseling and advising and, yeah, just sort of counseling and advising Musashi at this point. And he's kind of wandering around as Musashi's now been accused of murder and hung up in this tree where they're going to eventually kill him. And here we go. Going to the book. Takuan, save me. Takezo's cry for help was loud and plaintive. The branch was beginning to tremble as though the whole tree were weeping. I want to be a better man. I realize how important it is. What a privilege it is to be born human. I'm almost dead, but I understand what it means to be alive. And now that I know, my whole life will consist of being tied to this tree. I can't undo what I've done. You're finally coming to your senses. For the first time in your life, you're talking like a human being. I don't want to die, Takezo cried. I want to live. I want to go out, try again, do everything right this time. His body convulsed with his sobbing. Takuan, please, help me, help me. The monk shook his head. Sorry, Takezo. It is out of my hands. It is the law of nature. You can't do things over again. That's life. Everything in it is for keeps. Everything. You can't put your head back on after the enemy's cut it off. That's the way it is. Of course, I feel sorry for you, but I can't undo that rope because it wasn't me who tied it. It was you. All I can do is give you some advice. Face death bravely and quietly. Say a prayer and hope someone bothers to listen. And for the sake of your ancestors, Takezo, have the decency to die with a peaceful look on your face. The clatter of Takuan's sandals faded into the distance. He was gone, and Takezo cried no more. Following the spirit of the monk's advice, he shut the eyes that had just experienced a great awakening and forgot everything. He forgot about living and dying, and under the myriad of tiny stars, lay perfectly still as the night breeze sighed through the tree. He was cold, very cold. I mean, obviously, wrote a book called Extreme Ownership where you're responsible for your actions and you need to take responsibility for things in your lives. But this thing where he says, I can't untie the rope because it wasn't me that tied it. It was you. You put yourself in this position. And that's the way it is. Once your head is cut off, you can't put it back on.